Hi, welcome to EDEC13027, Early Education and Care Settings. My name is Ali Black and I'm the course coordinator for this course. There's a few things that I want to alert you to right away. The first is that a key aspect of the course is the study guide. The other thing is the Moodle site really encourages self-directed learning, so it's very important that you don't wait around to get some advice from your tutor group or your lecturer before you start work. I really have created this site so that you can make sense of the materials and the information by yourself, and there's a lot of information there to support your own learning. The other thing that's important is for you to print off straight away is the course profile. That's very important because that has information about the assessment, which I'm sure you're interested in finding out. I guess the most important thing for you to do right at the start is to find a child, one child who is aged between birth and 3 years old. Now, in the past, students have chosen a child who's 3 years, 11 months and nearly 4 years old, and that hasn't created success for them in understanding the contents of this course, because this course is focused on infants and toddlers. So we have made it now a guide that you choose a child, if you're looking at a child who's 3, that they're no older than 3 years and 1 month. So please make sure you follow that, because if you choose a child that's older, you will struggle to make sense of this course, and you may find that you end up with an unsatisfactory result. So if you could choose a child who's an infant and a toddler. Now, the other key aspect in choosing a focus child is that this child ideally should be attending a formal care setting. So that means a young child, an infant or a baby or a toddler, infant or baby, same thing, an infant or a toddler who is attending either a family daycare setting, so a formal family daycare setting, not babysitting, somebody who's registered to be a family daycare provider, or at a long day care, a childcare centre. Now, they don't have to be attending that full time, even if it's just 1 or 2 days a week, because in the first part of your assignment you're doing a child study, so you'll be spending a lot of time with that child, and that's something else you'll have to factor in with your diary, but you'll be spending a lot of time getting to know that child. So that's the real focus for the first assignment. And then the second assignment, you'll still be working with that child, but you'll also be following that child into the care environment and working with that child or being with that child in that childcare context. So you'll need to be making sure that you get to know parents and you get to know childcare providers. The ideal is that you work with the one child throughout the term. If this is problematic, so in the past, for instance, a child has gotten sick or a family have moved away, we'll problem solve that. But let's go with the best case scenario first up. So if you can choose a child who's aged between birth to 3 years and 1 month, who attends a childcare centre or a family daycare setting a few days a week or 1 day a week, then that's the ideal scenario. So if you could work and do that as soon as you can and start those visits as soon as you can, that's ideal. I'm going to create a separate YouTube link about the assessment and put that on the assessment block on the Moodle page. So I won't go too much more into the assessment. The other thing that's really important for you to look at is the study schedule. So print that off and put that in your diary, because that will help you keep up with the readings, keep up with what you should be looking at in your text and the sorts of things you should be focusing on with your visits with a child and so on. So that's a really handy resource for you. So that's a brief overview. I hope you really enjoy this course. In the past, students have said it's been the one course that's been really meaningful for their learning, and that they've gained so much and they've learned so much. So I hope that that's the case with you too, and welcome again to early childhood education and care settings.